like still getting ready and I haven't even finished my makeup. I'm like literally halfway through putting my makeup on.
But I literally just saw something that made me so angry that I can't wait till after I finish my makeup.
I ran out of characters in my post where I was describing what happened with Amy.
Yeah, but what happened between Amy and I wasn't really that big of a deal. That's why I need more than 2,200 characters to explain it to everyone.
And I want to be clear. Again, I don't have any hard feelings against her.
Well, of course not. I mean, anyone who's ever dragged me publicly on any kind of a public platform of theirs, I've never had any hard feelings for.
But the biggest thing here, you guys, is I, as a reporter, I need to be able to do my job without feeling like I have interference. And, you know, she might have thought we were friends. I mean, we were friendly. And I think in a lot of ways, when you have those blurred lines, it can create confusion with reporting. But I always verified things with her before I ever reported.
Because the only way to really avoid any interference was to first infer to her.
And the day that a lot of you guys are asking about with Jana, I asked her. I sent her a text message and I asked her, is this about Jana? You know, it was very quick.
Yeah, like wicked quick. I mean, I didn't even have enough time to say it was on the record.
And she said to me, I like took a screenshot of it and I said, oh, the shade. And she said, she said something like, when I see something, I'm going to stand up for what's right. That's what she said to me.
Yep, exactly. Right there in our DMs. That's exactly what she said to me.
So I posted that post, and I think I even posted it before I even said anything to her.
Okay, so I didn't always check with her first when reporting.
There were numerous outlets that had seen it, and it was published by, I think, TV show Ace. There was several media outlets, websites that posted that she shaded Jana. So it wasn't coming from me.
Yeah, I only messaged her to confirm that that's what she was in fact doing, was throwing shade at Jana. So that couldn't have come from me.
It was coming from the post itself. So I understand backlash is hard. So I deleted the post again, and then that was it. Like, I haven't really talked to her since. And at the end of the day, I don't have hard feelings, but I need to be able to post on my platform without the fear that if I post something, I'm going to have someone publicly lie and say that that's not what it was about, when I have I have a screenshot of her admitting that it was about Jana.
Mm-hmm. And taking and keeping screenshots of DMs is exactly how a reporter proves that there's no hard feelings when a source doesn't want to become a friend.
I also have screenshots of her admitting that she knew that she knew who Backwoods Barbie was. Like, I flat out asked her before I even responded.
Yeah, and since she knew who Backwoods Barbie was, then that must mean that that's exactly who she was talking about in her video. I mean, I flat out even asked her before I even talked about that video in my live stream as a response.
Like, I think for a lot of people, you have to remember, like, when you're under that kind of microscope and that kind of stress, you will do anything to try to get out from under that. You will do anything to try to get away from the backlash. You will do anything to try to repair it so that your business isn't hurt.
Boy, don't I know that. I mean, just as Steve McRae, Lil Red Y'all, EKC People Suck, Tina I'll Cut You, LB, Creepshow Art, Michael Long's Child, St. Louis Park PD, Clark Swanson, James Charles, and now Amy King.
If you want to buy clothes from her, she has great customer service, and I would never, ever, ever think it's fair for people to boycott her business because of her last name. That's unfair, it's unwarranted, and it's unnecessary.
Not really sure what the last name King has to do with this, but yeah, don't boycott her over a last name when you can do it over all the crap I'm saying about her and how I'm calling her a liar.
So I hope you guys can realize that she might not appreciate the things that I've reported on her cousins. She might not like that I've said things in the past about Jill, or reported things about Joy, or said things about Jana, or said things about Jessa.
Yeah, and it's really weird that she never spoke up to me before out of any of the number of times I've checked with her before my reporting. Selfish.
And I have a lot of empathy. I have a lot of empathy for someone who loves their family but can't reach out to them and can't connect to them.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking, but you're just going to have to keep on wondering why that is.
And sometimes reporting the facts is hurtful, and I try to take as much care as possible when I report. And I would never want to hurt anyone. And out of respect for her, if she would ask me to remove things, I did. But it gets to a point where I can't always remove something because someone gets backlash or they don't,
Just ask any other reporter. I mean, Barbara Walters was always removing stuff because people asked her to.
The best thing that I would recommend to anyone in a situation like that is if they are getting a lot of backlash and they don't want to handle it and they don't care to handle it, they can either ignore it or they can take a break from their social media until things calm down.
Oh, not that I've ever done those things, but that's usually the advice everyone else always gives me.
If you're going to be bold and brave and speak out, you have to be bold and brave.
Or so I hear.
And it's hard. And I'm sure Josh's conviction has made life hell for these people, and that sucks. But we have to keep talking about it because right now there's still people being influenced by this cult. There's still being kids hurt. There's still being kids abused. And I know Amy's heart that no matter what, she does not support child abuse. And I know that she would not endorse blanket training. She doesn't endorse blanket training. She doesn't endorse corporal punishment.
Though I admit it is a little confusing, and it's understandable that one might think that since she doesn't support me really anymore, then she must therefore support child abuse. But I don't think that's it.
She doesn't endorse hitting children, and we're on the same side.
I think we are. I mean, at least we were until she started criticizing me.
She got a lot of really horrible harassment, and it's not fair. She shouldn't have received that harassment.
No, it's true. She didn't deserve any of that harassment. I didn't agree with her getting any of that harassment back then.
Yeah, I don't know why she thinks I'm exploiting children. That's what the haters say. The haters all say that support the Duggars is that I'm exploiting the children.
Yeah, I'm really starting to take offense to this whole claim that I'm exploiting kids. I mean, I'm one of the only media outlets reporting on the Duggars that will even bother to go into graphic detail the kind of abuse and kind of essay abuse, whatever, that these kids have received at the hands of this cult and at hands anywhere, really. I mean, no one else is willing to do that. I'm the only one who's willing to go into graphic detail and talk about it as cheerfully as apple pie, basically. I mean, just because I make a shitload of money while doing it doesn't mean I'm exploiting kids. I mean, come on.
The abuse is not an allegation. So the thing is, you guys, is we're not lying when we say that corporal punishment is happening.
Even if they didn't have these extremist discipline views or whatever, shared amongst these old ass textbooks of theirs, it's still safe to say that corporal punishment is happening because, spanking is corporal punishment. And it's safe to say that statistically speaking, there are some people in most communities that still kind of spank. So who needs proof when you have statistics?
I'm definitely not jealous of Backwoods, and I wasn't mocking her. She spends a lot of her time being angry at me, and I don't care. She should just do her job.
What do you mean talking about me is part of her job, though?
And stick to that.
Wait.
I'm not jealous of someone that's whole entire platform is to be really hateful and destroy people.
Why would I be jealous of what I already mastered?
I think we're friends. We were friends to the extent that we spoke.
Where have I heard this before? No, seriously. I want to know what the wedding parties look like with these people.
I mean, you guys would ask me if we're friends, and I would say, yes, we're friends. Have I ever met her personally? No. Did we talk on the phone? Yes. I mean, you guys get mad if I say one thing and it's slightly different the next day.
See, this is just all your guys' fault. You just never should have gotten so upset over my inconsistencies. I mean, what did you expect?
And you do that because you want to make sure and say that I'm lying. And I'm not lying. When I look back on it, did I think we were friends? Yes. Was I maybe not friends with her? Yes.
See, how could you not see that I was just secretly wrong? Instead, you just, jump automatically to thinking I'm lying? I mean, who does that?
Did I maybe misinterpret that? Yes. Did I think we were friends? Yes.
See, I wasn't intentionally lying. I mean, I just didn't care to verify the truth, and nor did I want to tell you guys about it.
I didn't mom shame Jessa. I spoke about what people were saying about Jessa. You guys get so mad and you're such a fan of Jessa that if you even talk about what other people are saying about her, then I'm shaming her. I said in my video on YouTube that people were criticizing her about the mittens. That's what I said. And then I suggested that if she goes out to have like wipes and mittens and that kind of stuff. That was really all I said.
Yeah, and you guys just don't see it yet. But coming at this cult on abuse involves an attack from all angles, even that of Mittens.
I'm actually not lying about Amy inviting me. She invited me multiple times to come down to Arkansas. Even her husband invited me. So that's not a lie.
And everyone knows that a just polite invite, on a silly stream, always translates to please come and give me moral support when my cousin is going through trial for possessing child SA images. It's actually kind of an Arkansas tradition. Everyone knows that.
Another one bites the dust.
Okay, and so throughout this part, I did have the song playing, but apparently I had too much of it playing, and then I got a copyright strike, so I had to stop it for now.
Yeah. Hey, we're gonna get you too. Another one bites the dust.
I need to finish my makeup. I only have my eyebrows on and I have like my foundation on and my blush and my bronzer, but I need to put on my makeup.
Yeah, I know, it sounds like I already have a lot of makeup on, except those aren't makeup names. Those are just the names of my camera filters.
I think the NDA was with TLC because of the show, and I think she broke her contract, but I'm not sure. That's just my guess. I don't know.
I've only been reporting for months that her NDA was actually with Jim Bob. But I might have been wrong. I don't know.
No, if she wanted the reporting to stop, I think she would stop talking about it, and she doesn't stop talking about it. She uses her platform in a way around the NDA where she says things without directly saying things. And so, no, I think she wants the truth out. That's for sure.
She just wants someone who will report the truth. To report the truth.
So I'm going to go. I got to get finished. It's like 1 o'clock. I need to eat lunch. Then I need to finish my makeup. Then I need to go to film.
And by film, I mean this. Sitting in front of my computer, talking into a little round dot.
And I think everyone should just be kind to one another. And again, if I understand she had to do things to protect herself.
From me.
I understand that there was pressure to separate herself because the reporting
was exploitative.
I understand that she might have been hurt by the things that I reported on.
Like my lies.
But I have to do my job.
I gotta make bank somehow.
And so I want to wish her the best.
Oh, but I'm not gonna.
The cult wants people to fight about the cult and about with each other.
First it was Steve. Then it was LB and them. Then it was the Facebook group. Then it was Creepshow Art. Then it was the EKC cult. Then it was Nat. Now it's this cult. I know no one's ever seen them, any of these groups talk about me or come at me, but you're just gonna have to take my word for it. Okay, now it's time for member shoutouts. I'd like to thank
Carol T, Tennessee Val Mom, VDLCR, Sassy Nas, Megan's, Angel Cake, Trisha Burge, Nana Hack, Nikki May, Sweet Home Amanda, Lauren Nelson, Beth Yant, Everybody Verbs, Lil Mousy Girl, Wescooey Rabbit, Manya, Maria Rose 1, Lola Flo, Crystal Clark, Sky Vision, Amputee, TJ from Alaska, Christine Gregg, Mishmash, Lola W, Cherry Berryman, Chronic Space, Sassy Elmo, Autistic Shill, Christy Z, Busy Bee, I'm Fucking Reagan, Daddy Morgan, Young Man Is Not Drunk, Mariana Santos, Straysky, Christina Elizabeth, Verillion, Ruby Red Shoes, Shiloh's Messy Art, Asbel, Megan Broussard, Diane Harlow, T King, One Worth Angel, Rose TB, Austin James TB, Cheryl, Crystal, Totally Clueless, Sally Godfrey, Paula Dupree, Sue Elliott, Rena Rue, Sunny D, Claire S. Bear, Jamie Couchard, Joby's Mom, Annette Carlson, Police Wife Life, JCM, Kimberly Roddy Mom, Atticus Finch, Leah, Jeanette Stevens, Gentry Art, Jen Gerard, Poodlerific, and Yoo-Hoo Shoo Shoo.
Thank you very much for joining, and thank you everyone for watching.